Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. At this video, I would like to explain to you about basics accounting. And for you before know my name, let me introduce myself again. My name is Irma Priyanti. I'm a student at Mercu Buana University majoring in accounting. And the first, I would like show you definition and meaning about basic accounting. Accounting is known as the language of business. Accounting is a means through which information about a business entity is communicated through the financial statement, the end product reports in accounting. It delivers information to different users. Technical definition of accounting have been published by different accounting bodies. The American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, or AICPA, defines accounting as the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transactions, and events which are in part at least of financial character, and interpreting the result thereof. Though I am not a fan of technical definition, studying the statement above will give us a better understanding of accounting. Accounting is considered an art. Accounting is considered an art because it requires the use of skills and creative judgment. One has to be trained in this discipline to be able to perform accounting function well. Accounting is also considered a science because it is a body of knowledge. However, accounting is not an exact science since the rules and principles are constantly changing or improved. Number 2. Accounting involves interconnect phases. Recording pertains to writing down or keeping records or business transactions. Classifying involves grouping similar items that have been recorded. Once they are classified, information is summarized into report which we call financial statement. And the third, concerned with transaction and even having financial character. For example, hiring an additional employee is qualitative information with no financial character. Hence, it is not recorded. However, the payment of salaries, acquisition of a building, sales of goods are recorded because they involve financial value. And number 4, business transaction. Number 4, interpreting the result. Interpreting result is part of the basis of accounting. Information is useless if they cannot be interpreted and understood. The amounts, figures, and other data in the financial report have meaning that are useful to the users. By studying the definition alone, we learn some important concepts in accounting. It also gives us an idea of what accountants do. The simple things you do and encounter every day can actually be related to some level of accounting. You make budget, count change, and check the receipt from the supermarket. You may also have listings you spend your money with at one point in your life. We are surrounded by business, from managing our own money to seeing profit statement or big corporation. And where there is business, there's sure in accounting. At this slide, elements of accounting. The three major elements of accounting are assets, liabilities, and capitals. These terms are used widely in accounting, so it is necessary that we take a close look at each element. But before we go into them, we need to understand what an account first. What is an account? Asset. The term account is used often in this tutorial. Thus, we need to understand what it is before we proceed. In accounting, an account is descriptive storage unit used to collect and store information of similar nature. Asset refer to a resource owned and controlled by entity as a result of past transactions and events, from which future economic benefits are expected to flow to the entity. In simple terms, assets are properties or rights owned by the business. They may be classified as current or non-current. Liability are economic obligation or payable of the business. And capital is equal to total asset minus total liabilities. Asset may be classified as current and or non-current. Current assets are considered current if they are held for the purpose of being traded, expected to be realized or consumed within 12 months after the end of the period or its normal operating cycle, whichever is longer. Or equity cash. Example of current asset account are cash and cash equivalent, bills, coin, funds for current purpose, checks, cash in bank, receivable, account receivable, notes receivable, rent receivable, interest receivable due from employees, and other claims. Inventories, asset held for sale in the ordinary course of business. Prepaid expense, expense paid in advance such as prepaid rent, prepaid insurance, prepaid advertising, and office supplies. And for non-current assets, do not meet two criteria to be classified as current. Hence, they are long-term in nature, useful for a period longer than 12 months or the company's normal operating cycle. Example of non-current asset account include long-term investment, investment for long-term purpose such as investment in stock, bond, on properties, and fund set up for long-term purpose. Land are owned for business operation, not for sale. Buildings such as office building, factory, warehouse, or store. Equipment, machinery, furniture, and fixtures, tables, chairs, office equipment, computer equipment, delivery equipment, and others. Intangibles, long-term asset with no physical substance, such as goodwill, patent, copyright, trademark, other long-term assets. And next, liabilities are economic obligation or payable of the business. Like assets, liability may be classified as either current or non-current. Current liabilities, a liability is considered current if it is due within 12 months after the end of the balance sheet date. In other words, they are expected to be paid in the next year. If the company normal operating cycle is longer than 12 months, a liability is considered current if it is due within an operating cycle. Current liabilities include trade and other payable, such as account payable, notes payable, interest payable, rent payable, accrued payable, current provision, estimate short-term liabilities. They are probable and can be miserable. Short-term borrowings, financing arrangement, credit arrangement, or loans that are short-term in nature. Current portion of a long-term liability, the portion of a long-term borrowing that is currently due. Example, for long-term loans that are to be paid in an annual installment, the portion to be paid next year is considered current liability. The rest non-current. Current tax liability, tax for the period, and currently payable. And for non-current liability are considered non-current if they are non-currently payable. They are not due within the next 12 months after the end of the accounting period or the company's normal operating cycle, whichever is shorter. In other words, non-current liabilities are those that do not meet the criteria to be considered current. Makes sense? No current liabilities include long-term notes, bonds, and mortgage payable, deferred tax liabilities, and other long-term obligations. For capital, also known as net asset or equity capital, refers to what is left to the owner after all liabilities are settled. Simply stated, capital is equal to total asset minus total liabilities. Capital is affected by the following: initial and additional contribution of owners or investment, withdrawals made by owners or dividends for corporation, income, and expense. Next, users of financial statement. The first, there is owners and investor. Owner and investor, stockholder of corporation need financial information to help them make decision on what to do with their investment. Shares of stock, hold, sell, or buy more. Prospective investor need information to assess the company's potential for success and profitability. In the same way, small business owners need financial information to determine if the business is profitable and whether to continue, improve, or drop it. And second, there is management. In small business, management may include the owners. In huge organization, however, management is usually made up of higher professionals who are entrusted with the responsibility of operating the business or a part of the business. They act as agents of the owners. The managers, whether owners or hired, regularly face economic decisions. How much supplies will we purchase? Do we have enough cash? How much did we make last year? Did we meet our targets? All those and many other questions and business decisions require analysis and accounting information. And the third, there is lenders. Lenders of funds, such as banks and other financial institutions, are interested in the company's ability to pay liabilities upon maturity, also solvency. And the fourth, there is creditor or supplier. Trade creditors or suppliers are interested in the company's ability to pay obligation when they become due. They are nonetheless especially interested in the company's liquidity, its ability to pay short-term obligation. And the last, there is government, interested in an entity's financial information for taxation and regulatory purpose. Taxes are computed based on the result of corporation and other tax base. In general, the state would like to know how much the tax paper makes to determine the tax due thereon. Types of accounting. At the first, there is financial accounting. Financial accounting involves recording and classifying business transactions and preparing and presenting financial statements to be used by internal and external users. In the preparation of financial statements, strict compliance with generally accepted accounting principle or GAAP is observed. Financial accounting is primarily concerned in processing historical data. And the second, managerial accounting or management accounting focus on providing information for use by internal users. The management, this branch deal with the needs of the management rather than strict compliance with generally accepted accounting principle. Managerial accounting involves financial analysis, budgeting and forecasting, cost analysis, evaluation of business decision and similar areas. And the third, cost accounting, oftentimes considered as a subset of management accounting. Cost accounting refers to the recording, presentation, and analysis of manufacturing costs. Cost accounting is very useful in manufacturing business since they have the most compliance costing process. Cost accountants also analyze actual cost versus budget or standard to help determine future course of action regarding the company's cost management. And the last, auditing. External auditing refers to the examination of financial statement by an independent party with the purpose of expressing an opinion as to fairness of presentation and compliance with GAAP. Internal auditing focuses on evaluating the adequacy of a company's internal control structure by testing segregation of duties, policies, and procedures, degrees of authorization, and other controls implemented by management. Next, about tax accounting. Tax accounting helps clients follow rules set by tax authorities. Includes tax planning and preparation of tax returns. It also involves determining of income tax and other tax advisory service such as way to minimize tax legally. Evaluation of the consequence of tax decision and other tax-related matters. Next, accounting information system. Accounting information system or AIS involves the development, installation, implementation, and monitoring of accounting procedures and systems used in the accounting process. It includes the employees of business from accounting personnel direction and software management. And then fiduciary accounting. Fiduciary accounting involves handling of account managed by a person entrusted with the custody and management of property of or for the benefit of another person. Example of fiduciary accounting include trust accounting, receivership, and estate accounting. And the last, forensic accounting. Forensic accounting involves court and litigation case, fraud investigation, claims and dispute resolution, and other areas that involve legal matters. This is one of the popular trends in accounting today. Branch of accounting and areas of practice. Accounting is one of the oldest business disciplines. It has never failed to provide opportunities to career seekers. The high demand for accounting services make it a stable profession amidst economic fluctuation. Different fields of specialization have evolved over the years. Today, holding a certification in specified certified gives the holder an edge over those who are uncertified. The branches of accounting field of specialization include financial accounting, management accounting, cost accounting, auditing, tax accounting, accounting information system, fiduciary, and forensic accounting. Accounting professionals work in at least one of the four major areas of accounting practice: public accounting, private accounting, government accounting, and accounting education. Types and form of business. The three major types of business are service business, merchandising business, and manufacturing business. Service business offers intangible products to customers using their skill and expertise. Merchandising business buy goods and sell the same at higher price. Manufacturing business purchase goods and use them to make new products that are to be sold. The basic form of organization or business ownership include sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. A sole proprietorship is owned by only one person, known as a sole proprietor, who bear an unlimited liability. Partnership is owned by two or more persons called partners. A general partner has unlimited liability, whereas limit partners are liable only up to the amount of their investment. A corporation is owned by stockholders who enjoy limited liability. They are nonetheless not involved in the actual operation of the company. The board of directors runs the company for the stockholders. And thank you. See you in next video. Bye bye.